With Facebook's IPO expected to happen this week, there are a lot of mixed speculations about the company. Numerous analysts have raised concerns about the projected valuation of the social giant, as well as its long-term sustainability. These analysts have questioned Mark Zuckerberg's ability to run the company, its revenue model, its mobile strategy, and more. But on the other hand, there are some who believe it is the biggest investment opportunity in decades. And Christian Taylor, the CEO of the leading Facebook e-commerce platform Payvment, is among this group and is joining us now to explain his viewpoint. Thanks for being with us today, Christian.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. Well, first of all, just to help us understand the context of your perspective, tell us a little bit about Payvment.
Sure. So we enable businesses to actually add e-commerce to Facebook. So if you want to launch a business, you'd obviously have a Facebook page on the platform. Mm-hmm. Then we give you the capability of actually having a store, having your inventory, and hopefully getting you discovered by the 900 million Facebook users out there buying your products.
Wow. And I understand that you're signing on about 1,500 new brands each week.
Oh, yeah. So we have about 160,000 brands that are using us today and about 1,500 weekly.
Nice. But the success of your business, Payvment, really depends directly upon the success of Facebook. So why do you believe so strongly in this social giant?
Well, I think it's more than, I think when people just think of Facebook as Facebook.com, they're really just limiting, that's only a part of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, Facebook's really started to become the social pipes of the whole entire internet. I mean, think of how many websites you hit that have Facebook Connect to it. Mm-hmm. Think about, whenever I go to, Netflix, for instance, I go there, I can connect with Facebook Connect, I can start to get recommendations on movies, based on my social graph. So, there really hasn't been anything like it in the internet ever. Something that is so ingrained into the fabric of the entire internet. So I think if you look at Facebook as just a .com entity like you would any other .com place, it's very narrow-sighted. Facebook is huge because it really is the social underpinnings of the entire web. And they did it in such a quick time.
That's true. That's true. Well, we know that Facebook makes most of its money through advertising, but how big is the e-commerce aspect of the company?
Well, Facebook credits is going to be huge for Facebook. Today it's in its early stages. Mm-hmm. Right now it's mainly used in social games, but we're going to see that get much bigger. Without a doubt. They essentially have a credit system, a payment system attached to your Facebook identity that, in theory, you could use anywhere. So you imagine a day in which you could log into your favorite .com site with Facebook Connect, and right then and there, you don't have to pull out your wallet. Your credit card's automatically attached to that ID. Mm-hmm. And you could simply just brand new site you've never been to, press buy it now, and instantly pay with the Facebook credits you have attached to your Facebook account. I think when I imagine Facebook credits in the future, I imagine it really that simple.
Interesting. I'll get to that again here in just a minute, but multiple analysts have raised concerns about Facebook's revenue model and Mark Zuckerberg's leadership. Do you share any of these concerns?
No, first of all, I'm an engineer CEO myself. Mm-hmm. So, I watch the stuff that Mark Zuckerberg does, in awe. The fact that he's really been able to really learn so quickly. Today he manages thousands of employees, and in a company which, in the past, companies of that size start to get slow, and they start to not innovate as fast. And the reason why Facebook can still innovate to this day, and the reason why whenever I talk to an employee of Facebook, they're excited to be working there. They truly do feel like, they're changing the world every day they go into work. That is Mark Zuckerberg's doing. He's really the guy who rallies that company to, and will going forward. I think he's up there with the Steve Jobs and the great CEOs. I think without a doubt time will answer that as well.
Interesting. Well, you have said that you believe Facebook is worth every penny of the expected 100 billion IPO valuation. So why again are you so supportive of this value?
Well, I think the ones that look at it and go, yeah, but what website was ever worth that much? Like I said earlier, is looking at it wrong. Facebook is more than just a destination that you go to. Facebook is, the place that interconnects your contacts in your contact management program. Facebook is the system that gives you your movie recommendations when you go to movie.com. They're so ingrained into how people discover. And Facebook's really only scratched the surface of what they're capable of doing with the social data that they collect on you. I imagine a future in which it's really going to be helpful to find clothing in stores based on knowing my shopping habits. I mean, I imagine huge possibilities, and Facebook really sitting at the forefront of making all that happen.
Well, going forward, in terms of the e-commerce platform, what is the key driver, and really what will motivate consumers to go there instead of, say, Amazon or eBay?
I think shopping on Facebook is a completely different animal than Amazon and eBay. Let's say, for instance, you want to go buy a digital camera. I would say go to Amazon, go to eBay. It's a perfect place to, I want to go, type in digital camera, do my research, find what camera I want. Shopping on Facebook is really about this serendipitous discovery that happens every day. The products. I mean, if you look at like the top selling products on a major site like Amazon, a major shopping site, it's sort of some no-brainer items that you'd think, like iPads and those kind of things. On Facebook, that's not the case. I mean, the top selling products are things that are happening culturally at any given time. For instance, a funny story, when it was the season premiere of AMC's The Walking Dead, that zombie show. Right. All of a sudden that day, all the top-selling products were all zombie-related. So it's really shopping having to do with what's socially happening at any given moment, and not about going and finding a digital camera. It's about discovery. We're really truly inventing a completely different kind of shopping when it comes to shopping on a social network such as Facebook.
And you actually see this as really boosting the economy, because it's not just about large brands; it's also about small to medium-sized businesses as well.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, right now, the ones that are really knocking it out of the park with shopping on Facebook are small and medium-sized business. I mean, you think about it, before there was Facebook and before there was Payvment adding that shopping capabilities, if you wanted to launch a business, you would probably spin up a website, pay somebody to add some e-commerce to it, probably buy a bunch of ads to try to drive traffic over there, and find out after you spent thousands of dollars, well, maybe it wasn't such a good idea. Where really we've lowered the barrier for you to launch a business. We already know you're going to be on Facebook. It's one of the first steps. It's one of the first steps for launching any business. Get a Facebook page. So it's really the natural step is you're launching your business on Facebook because you want to connect to those 900 million users. And think about it. No matter how niche your product is, there's probably quite a huge audience that's going to be interested in those. And it's Payvment's job not only to give you the capabilities of adding that e-commerce to your Facebook page, but also helping you connect to the millions and millions of Facebook users that are going to be interested. So it's really that first step into launching a business, and that's without a doubt who we're seeing the masses come in launching stores today.
So what impact will the IPO have on Payvment and other businesses built on the Facebook platform?
I think we're going to be in this sort of next wave where everything's just going to accelerate. I mean, one of the things about Facebook is, they just moved in this huge office. They have high expectations of growing very fast. The IPO is going to give them essentially the funds to be able to do that. They have a leader who's really, really focused and who understands how to keep people focused. So, I think the first thing that's going to happen is a lot of new innovation is going to come out of Facebook. Some of the things that we're all speculating around Facebook credits. We would love to see Facebook credits be a way that you could use to shop on Facebook. Today, if you wanted to buy something on Facebook, you're pulling out your credit card or using your PayPal account to do that. It makes complete sense that those Facebook credits that you have attached that you're using in social games that you'd also be able to use to shop. Those are the things that I feel are going to go really, really fast. Essentially, they're going to have the funds to really make innovation move. And a lot of times, like I said, when companies go IPO and they get big, they have a tendency to slow down. But I have a feeling that I've just been watching how that Facebook team's really been preparing for this day. And I think we're going to see the complete opposite. I think we're going to see a lot of innovation.
All right, so no worries when it meets Wall Street this week.
None.
All right, well, Christian, thank you so much for talking with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and keep watching WebPro News for the very latest on the events surrounding Facebook's IPO. I'm Abby Johnson with this report.